Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream, PC Loadletter. Frank, welcome. Alright, we got one package to open today, if anyone wants to redeem it. But we also have something that's not a package that I guess I could show off. But we got a couple things that I guess I haven't shown off, so they're not packages. But I guess we could show it off. Give me a second here. I'm gonna tie up my hair. You may notice I finally put up those felt hexagons. They kind of look like those like nano leaves or whatever. I feel like I need more though. There's like 5 in a pack, and I think you just need more of them. All right. So it's been literally 4 weeks since I've gotten this. Let's take a look. This is it's been 4 weeks since I've gotten this, and I've never shown it. This is Ada's Valentine's Day gift to me. Check this out. That's pretty crazy. Now, what I find really particularly interesting about this, what I think is this Pikachu themed artisan cap here, from, I forget what the artisan is. But check this out. I think the ears are like replaceable. Look at that. And like the face too. Yeah, this I haven't shown off. I've had it for like 4 weeks and I've just been trying to find a home for it. I don't think I have anything that matches, oops. I don't think I have anything that matches this particular yellow. Hot swap, yeah. Hot swap. Suited up keycaps, that's what it was, I think. Yes, suited up keycaps. Very cool, very cool. All right, next up. All right, this one I'm particularly excited for. I was down in San Jose this weekend to get a couple things. I picked up a couple of 4 acoustic panels. I'm wondering, so the guy had 6 to sell, and I was like, I really don't know if I'll be using 6. Like I don't think I could like fit them. So I got 2 of them. The other 2 are still in my car. I didn't have enough hands. So I brought up 2 of them, and I'm just looking at like, oh, maybe I don't know if this is enough. They're kind of to my size right now. I haven't hung them up. I feel like it's dampened like a little tiny bit, but this room is just too big and echoey. So are they huge? Well, I'll show you. But we'll show this off too in a sec. Y'all see what that is soon. That's how big it is, about 16 by 48. So 4 feet tall, 16 inches wide. Antixius, welcome. Yeah, I got 4 of them. My plan was, okay, so I actually have more coming. Like they're more professional, less DIY. But they're not as thick. They don't have as much material in them, but I have several of them coming in. So those are supposed to be coming in on Wednesday. And my hope was just to kind of like put them up, mix and match, see how my current setup is. And to be honest, I've already kind of started jumping the gun, looking ahead at like basically rearranging my entire apartment, like moving almost literally everything around, and I might not be in this room anymore. But we'll just kind of have to see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna put these up at some point, somehow, some way, and we'll find out. But anyways, I went down to go get that, but since I was in San Jose anyways, I went to go meet up with Vin, our good friend Vinsanity, and we were able to snag this. I've been meaning to get it, and fortunately it's not upside down. All right. Ooh, look at that. All right, so how does this operate? How do we operate this? Ah, okay. Magnets. Great color. Yeah, right? Okay, so. You guys wanna... Should we play? I guess, like, I don't really know what to do with these. I could just put these here. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to watch me do this for the next couple minutes, but I guess while we're still having everyone trickle in. And Thixius, I saw that you've redeemed the package opening, so we'll open that shortly. But in the meantime, I do kind of just want to play around and look at this. So 1 second while I find my artisan collection, what I currently have of it. Okay, so one thing I noticed about this this artisan case is that like nothing's really held in place. It's just like they'll kind of shift around. But I guess we'll just go and do it and pretend like everything's fine. Let's put this. This one's just kind of funny because there's just like I've never seen this where this is like adjustable. But okay, let's just start throwing these on then. Here we have this GMK Night Runner archetype cap. We got the fulfillment one right here. And apologies, I'm not even sure. So like I don't know the names of all the sculpts of everything I have. Such a fancy box. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. I did actually get in on Chronos round 2. So I'm excited for that several months down the line. Alright, these are all the ones that I think I still have in boxes right now. There are some more where it's like, here's another. Oh, these are cool, just lining them all up like this. I have some that are on boards. So I'm just like, I don't know how to really fully deal with that part of it, you know? Oh, this is the hot dog. This won't even fit anywhere because it's wide. Alright, I got an Ursa, which I believe they've discontinued, from Art Key. But yeah, I got a Chronos. That'll come out later this year, I guess. And I think that one, I hope, should hold caps in place. Alright, now here are the old ones. Okay, this one I've had for a little bit. Okay, what order do I want to go this in? Going for this. Okay, actually, this is another archetype cap. All right, we have a couple of Kiporas here. And I realize you guys can't really see these super well, I'm guessing. And I don't have a zoom feature on this lens. Okay, I think that covers all of the new ones. I have like metal caps. I guess I could throw those on. So there is a king, and this is a pretty old one, but I guess we'll go broke caps next. There's definitely going to be a better way to organize all these. I just don't know it yet. What I'm also kind of thinking of doing is, like, whenever I use an artisan, I should probably like fill its space with like the cap on the key set that I'm replacing. You know what I mean? You guys ever like think about that? Like, say for example, you replace an escape with something, right? On one of your key sets, then you should put the escape key in the spot that it's on, right? I don't know. I don't know if you guys like ever think of that. That's what I do? Okay, okay. I don't know. I'm new to this, so... I have these guys. I think these count as... I think these are KWK Topre. Just like Topre function keys. Feel the same way with the top row of a 6x4 numpad. I see. All right, this concludes the bro caps that I have on hand. I'm definitely gonna have to do some rearranging later because I got to do that thing where I find I kind of like find all the rest of them. The ones that kind of just been hanging around. I guess this one counts as one. Like I have to find the ones that are like mounted on boards right now because I don't actually know where they are. Oh, I forgot another one. Andy, welcome. Tori Lewi, how's the Y6? It's chill. It's a chill board. All right, here's the crazy one, guys. Boom. All right, that is my collection of artisans for MX and Topre. If anybody cares to see this part of it, these are all buckling spring artisans. 6 of them. Click clack skulls, and then one of them is a bro cap, a brobot. I just have them in this, like, sitting in this foam right now. That's how I've had my artisans for a long time. And then I otherwise have like these like metal ones. I think that there's some people who kind of find it ridiculous that people would group like these metal keycaps as like artisans, but I don't know, I feel like might as well. Deal with these later. I did not realize how many artisans I had because I've never had a case like this to actually count them in full. All right, there it is. That's my artisan thing. Now, I guess one thing that has me kind of curious. So there's some bump-ons on here. I didn't even like take this out of the zipper case. So I'm kind of like wondering, like, I'm definitely gonna have to rearrange these at some point, I'm guessing. But like, I was talking to Vin, who has multiples of these like CC boxes, and like he just said that he keeps them like in the zipper case. So I'm kind of like, should I do that or should I leave it out? Because I leave it out, but then you'd only see like a small fraction of them up here. And on top of that, like I keep my desk messy like nearly 100% of the time, so I'm just gonna have to shift it around a lot. So I don't really know what to do. I would say show us, but those cases don't do well for stream. Yeah, no, I definitely understand. So it's literally large and square. So yeah, but you know the thing though is the Chronos though. The Chronos is basically half the size, right? It's like 8x4 or 8x5, 40, right? So the Chronos is still pretty big. Like the Chronos is gonna look like that, which is still kind of large. So, anyways, that is my artisan collection. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. All right, it's time. Let's open up this package that we had here. I had this tool that like I use every now and then to open mail, and I lose it. I often lose it, so I don't know where it is. Okay, anyways, Chronos look better. The Chronos came out literally after I realized like after I was interested in the CC, but before I actually had it in hand. So the CZ I kind of like a lot just because like it's large and like I guess I have kind of enough almost to fill one. And I really like the color of the CC. But the Chronos is a nice one, so actually I did get in on it. All right, let's take a look here. We got something special from our good friend Allhex. Allhex gifted me here this TX stabilizer set. Very cool. Win keyless. 1.6T white. Oh, nice. You know what's cool? He actually offered me. Yeah, very cool. Much appreciated. Hey, Allhex, I don't know if you're out there or if you're going to be watching this part of the VOD, but thank you. I'm sure he'll be here tonight at some point or some future stream. We'll talk about it, but okay, first thing I noticed is that this box is very hard to open. But okay, here we go. He actually offered, hey, do you want black or white? And I said, surprise me. And it looks like he gave us white. And I had it upside down. But what I think is actually really cool about white is that I think it'll hide the BDZ a little bit. It'll definitely hide the BDZ a little bit better, but at least you'll still be able to see the BDZ so you know where it is. But it'll be a little bit better than black, I think. So, pretty cool. I don't want to mess with it right now because we're not going to build with it right now, and I don't want to just like get my hands all my sweaty paws all over it and everything. So we'll re-explore in a future build, and we'll kind of see. But very cool, very cool. Hey, shouts out to Allhex. That is our one package for the night to go along with the couple of other things, non-packages that we took a look at today. So, I think we can carry on and take a look at what we've got, yeah? So, like usual, I would like to anticipate that today's stream will be not long. I don't know if you guys want to take the over or under on that one, but the reason I say that is because we've done this rebuild before, and it's a rebuild, so I'm a lot faster with rebuilds because the stabilizers are already done. Which also, I've come to realize, when it comes to, you know, the slowness of my of my builds, what I've come to realize is that like I could not only do the stabilizers in advance, like what I was thinking was like maybe I could do the stabilizers off stream or something, right? Because like my builds just like take super long. So I was thinking do the stabilizers off stream, but then like I'm just gonna have all these like, you know, greasy stabilizers all around. But then I realized I could just screw the stabilizers into the PCB too. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but it's just like I don't know, like maybe I could spend a whole stream doing it, or I can just do it off stream. But like I could have like PCBs prepped in advance so that these actual build streams aren't so long, right? I don't know. I don't know what you guys think of that. Anyways, this is the board. We've done this build. This is gonna be our third time playing around with this build. We've got here the GMK Sandstorm on top of the paper on the clear acrylic, and we're gonna do it again. And I guess if you guys want, I could be very transparent about why we're doing this rebuild, or it could be a surprise. It's up to you. You guys. Oh crap. All right, I think I just lost like a I lost a brush cover. Oops. Okay. Anyways, I could be. Ooh, who is that? Who is that? Bitter Seeds. Oh my goodness. Bitter Seeds, thank you. Thank you so much for the 8 months of continued support. I appreciate it. Nope, that's films. What's going on? I hope you're doing well. We are just getting started here. 30 minutes in to this rebuild. And it's up to you guys if you care so much to hear about why I'm rebuilding it. It's a spoiler. It would be a spoiler if I were explaining. But there's a couple of reasons. So we're going to be replacing these switches today with some Gateron KS-3 Pro switches, which I don't know, is a little funny. Only 56 minutes for my commute from SM to home, North Bay. Pretty good. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Commute. Wait, SM San Mateo to North Bay? What, if I may ask, what does that commute entail? Like, are you driving right now? 2 days a week in office. I see, I see. Okay, there we go. Real good, real good. Oh no, dropped the space bar. No, I got home an hour ago. I was just talking about it being under an hour. Oh, okay. That's a quick one. I thought you were on your commute. Alright. Continuing along. So, I'm gonna take off all these screws. Now, what I was mentioning was I'm gonna be replacing these with more linear switches, but a different one. And trying to recall what this all was about. If I was still sitting long enough to type, I'd not be in a good mood. Those anti-vaxxers protested on Golden Gate back in November and caused me to have a 4-hour, 15-minute commute. That's when we were off the office until today. Ooh. Jeez. I'm sorry to hear that. It's, yeah, there was a point, yeah, no, I don't know. I guess, like, I'm not driving super frequently or anything, but, we came across some anti-vax protesters on the freeway maybe a couple weeks back. And, yeah, it was weird. What was weird was that, like, they weren't even, like, blocking traffic or anything, but I guess it's that, like, it was enough to, like, have everybody rubberneck, I suppose. Most of your viewers from the Bay. Tori Levi, I sometimes stream really late, so, like, I sometimes hit a lot of international, you know, viewership, which is cool. Much appreciated. I get, like, kind of the whole spectrum of everybody. Okay. So, I mean, I think this is just kind of it. We just desolder and we'll just punch in some new switches. Don't like the switches? Can I post a link? Feel free, post a link. Spam is always welcome here. These switches. So there's a few things. So I'll just spoil it. Whatever. Ooh. 5 hurt. Oh, let me mute this. Including 2 officers after crash at anti-vaccine protests in San Francisco. None of the injuries are believed to be life-threatening. Wow. The cause is under investigation. Interesting. That's man, that's wild. I think whenever there's like commotion that causes people to have more traffic, it's always like such a horrible thing. Like, no one likes that. Like, you can cause a commotion without increasing traffic. Like, you know what I mean? I feel you, man, on how stupid it is. I apologize. Okay, so here's the story on these switches. Did I just bump it out of place? No, we're good. Let me get set up first. Hold up. I need to get my beater. This is still a nice desk mat. Don't want to mess this one up. Is Kester solder much better than others? I mean, it's like trusted. So, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna go wrong if you buy some Kester solder unless it's like, I don't know, somehow fake. I doubt you'll like, if you just get it off Amazon or something, I'm sure it'll be fine. I never know which way is up on this, but here's our beater mat. One of my favorite mats has become or evolved into a beater. Doesn't mean I like it less. I mean, there's definitely damage to it. In some ways, I suppose I'm sad that there's damage to it, but because it's a beater, I get to use it more often, you know? Okay, yeah, I think I was using some other brand of solder prior to that for many years. But like, even then, like it's like you're not gonna go wrong with Kester. Everyone loves Kester. I was using MG chemicals for this. Lasted me like 8 years because I wasn't doing as many builds over those first 8 years as I have been over the last year and a half. I don't need this yet. Other ones are fine too. Random Chinese one could have fake metallic composition or really bad flux. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so here's the story. Let's revisit, because I think this story is important. So these are Aqua Kings. These are Aqua King switches, 67 gram. Not gonna lie, it's a good Monday. I feel weird. These are Aqua King switches, and I think that there's already a lot of history behind the Aqua King switches from Everglide. They came out. So one thing was I was always looking, personally for me, I was always looking for clear switches, like every component clear. The closest thing I could find early on was Utemu Ice Clicks, which I actually do have. Superior MG is a protected layer on the acrylic. Yes. So I'll get there in the story. So I was looking for clear switches to match what I was depicting as a clear keyboard that I wanted to build. I saw that Switch Couture had this ElectroType60 in a clear acrylic. It came in, and I was like, wait a second. There's this brown paper protective backing on the acrylic, and how frequently do I see brown boards? Never. So I've just never taken them off. Yet I still opted to use these Aqua Kings that kind of came up after the Utemu Ice Clicks. I discovered it like shortly after. I discovered the Utemu Ice Click, so I got in on this group buy for it. And I guess it came to some glowing review from Theremin Goat. And what's, I guess, funny about that is a lot of people didn't like it. And I guess like Theremin Goat might have taken a lot of shit for that because he gave it a glowing review. So it turns out, first things first, there were a lot of binding issues, some crazy binding issues that I think later on came to be resolved by Everglide producing like a better tolerance level, like switch, like top housing on the switch, which if you bought it from a specific vendor, Hebe Keebies, which incidentally is based in my hometown, they would actually give you those extra new housings for free. I did not buy them from Hebe Keebies, so Hebe Keebies actually sold them for like, I think like 10 cents a pop. So it's nothing terrible. It's just a couple dollars, you know, not a big deal, whatever. So I ended up getting those, and then that was our first rebuild. I replaced the top housings, and largely the binding issues have stopped. I think in whole, like as a whole, the binding issues have stopped. But I recently went to this meetup hosted by Frank at the, what was it, the Marriott? I think it was the Marriott here in San Francisco. And someone pointed out that they had Aqua Kings, I think, was it? Whose was that? Kevin, was it Kevin's? Kevin T. Dams? Or it might have been Peter Poppins. I think it might have been Peter Poppins, his board. I forget which board it was. But there was a board I tried out there that had Aqua Kings. And then it was demonstrated to me that like one of his switches was like kind of stock-ish. And then the other one was fixed, quote unquote fixed. And what he pointed out was that there was a stock lube on here that causes it to kind of like just feel a little bit funny. And I've kind of noticed that like in conjunction with the binding issues that happened early. So I think what happened was when Ada and I were tuning this, you know, almost a year ago, I don't think either of us might have realized that there was like a stock lube on it just because it was clear and just hard to see. Like it's hard to take a picture of it. So it's like it's also hard to see, you know? So I think we just kind of like lubed over it I think that might have been what we did. And so the lube, or the actual, like, the movement as it slides up and down is just like, it's a little bit funny. So I think my goal is to desolder these, replace these with KS-3 Pros, just so we have something, you know, more appropriate. Take these out and then, like, I guess retune them. I might try to retune these. I don't know how I feel really yet, but I guess we'll find out. We'll play around and just kind of see. This might entail, like, wiping off all of the stem lube, possibly trying to figure out how to wipe off lube from the bottom housings. We might also re-lubing it, including possibly a spring replacement, just because I realize these are like short springs. So a lot of things we can try to change about this, and we'll see how fast I can do this. It's not going to be on stream here. I'm going to do all the retuning off stream, but we'll see how quickly I could do this, because spoiler alert, I think I do want to go back to this idea of using these clear switches as part of a theme board. And if you guys care to know, I will spoil it now. I think my balder is gonna be coming in pretty soon, and that's like a frosted, that's like a frosted glass, so somewhat transparent, somewhat translucent-ish, because it's like frosted. And I also actually then too again have an acrylic plate, which still has its paper backing, but I think there we'll peel it off. So we're gonna try to do something akin to a clear situation, although we will still see the PCB, because I personally do not know how to hand wire. We have the corners blocked on that plate, but this is a good thing that, like, in combination with everything, it's a good thing that I'm not doing the friction mount on the balder, because I actually have the tray mount standoffs. So that's the plan. Okay, with all that said, I forgot to heat up this desoldering gun, so let's heat this up. Oops. I've also taken the windscreen off of this microphone. I'm not sure if that's caused anything to get louder, or if you guys think it sounds any different, but a quick note there. All right. I'm gonna hydrate, but everybody, welcome. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of noticing that I think for my levels, I think I might be clipping. So let's see if I can make an adjustment there. Okay, I turned my mic down a little bit. I'm sure that there's some compression settings I can change on my compressor over there at some point, but I'm not gonna dick around with it too hard during stream here. So, all right, let me grab another tray for whenever it is we may need it. And oh, I almost forgot my fume extractor. Everything sounds good? Okay, cool. Thanks and welcome. Welcome 22nd T. All right, let's get right to it. So our very first build on this had these same switches, but it was a quick and dirty hot swap build with one stabilizer that just for the spacebar, completely untuned. And then our rebuild took these same switches, put it into a solder PCB, took the build more seriously with all three stabilizers, and all three of them lubed up, good to go. That's where we are here. So that's why I think this one might be kind of, maybe, possibly, hopefully a quick build, but I am positive we'll find a way to make this stream long. positive. If there's time at the end, I do have something that vaguely resembles a filler in time. If this one hadn't turned out to be an eternity in the first place. That spoiler is I'll play some keyboard dress up with a couple other boards I've been meaning to just swap keycaps for. I have builds where it's like I kind of know what theme generally I kind of like want to put on them. And then I'll kind of like just hopefully just keep them that way. And that way they'll just stay that way over time. The pictures will kind of be consistent with what I own, all that. Oh, I need my air purifier, don't I? I'm gonna get that Dyson out here. Alright, so, for those just tuning in, making some changes to my setup. It's a slow process. There's a chance that if I make changes to the setup and I don't like it over time, I may end up like scrapping all of it, restarting, just changing everything about my current, like my entire apartment basically. Everything may change. But the reason why I give that as context is because you may notice that I have these hexagons here. Those are not nano leaves. Those are just felt hexagons. And so I think we need more of them. I think I may need more hexagons first of all. I'm probably gonna get like more different colors. That, and I think I might try to like actually pin stuff to them so they don't look like nano leaves. We'll kind of see how it goes. It's a slow process. What's one place you would like to travel to and why? Ooh, good question. Oh, I need to clean this out. Honestly, personally, I'd love to go back to Japan. I've been there once before. It was awesome. If you're talking about a place I've never been before, I don't know. A few years ago, I had a goal to visit every US city that had an NBA team, so I could go watch an NBA game, like a home game at every city. I didn't get very far, and I know that it's probably going to be like a years-long process. I've only done like 5 different places, so, and there's like 30 right now, and they may expand. Okay, it's only 45 minutes in, so I have like 4 hours left. I think that will be kind of fast. I think. Now, you may disagree, but I think we'll be fast today. I actually do, because this is like a pretty straightforward build that I've done. Now, this is going to be the 3rd time. Stabilizer already in. No surprises, because this is like my 2nd rebuild. That's not my 1st time rebuilding, it's my 2nd time. I think it'll be fast, but you know, you could be right. We might have 4 hours left, I don't know. I'd like to travel to Japan, but I don't have connections or like know how to get into the process of it. Not doubting the skill, just going by past streams. Very fair deeds. Welcome in to the stream, by the way. Welcome in anybody who's just tuned in. All right, I'm gonna empty out the barrel here, the pipe filter, and also just clean out the nozzle as well. So 20-second T to address that. How do I put this? I say address loosely. Like, I literally use the word address because it's that, like, you're right. Someone else planned the entire trip for me. It's like I had to buy a plane ticket, but the trip was otherwise planned, and I just, you know, I paid my share of lodging, and I was given the general schedule of plans overall. So you're right. I also would think it's a little bit challenging because at least when I went, which was about almost 5 years ago, I didn't particularly find it very like I didn't think that the experience was entirely tourist friendly. On top of that, like some of you guys might know here about my diet. I have the most ridiculous diet in the universe, so it was almost impossible to like eat anything out there. For me, at least. But it should be easy for basically anyone who's not myself. Okay, we good. Okay, back to it. Let's go right here. But yeah, it was super fun. Like, once you're there, it is like super fun. Like, and I don't know, it's just like the prospect of being in Japan had always interested me since I was like a small child. So it was just like, it was cool. And like, I mean, it felt a lot, in a lot of ways, like, while I found the experience like not to be particularly tourist friendly, I also think that like it is built for tourists to have a good time. Like, it's just to have a lot of fun, and especially like, I guess, like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it better than that. Like, unless I know someone from there, I don't think I'll travel there. Like, my own mother tongue country, Cambodia. If you don't know what you're doing or know how to speak the language, you're more likely to fall to scams. 100%. I totally get that. Yeah, I don't know how to say anything more than I agree with that. I am personally largely scared of going someplace where I don't speak the language, especially if I'm like not with other people. Yeah. So, I hear that, man. One more on this row. But yeah, I mean, when I came to Japan, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, just like how crazy, like, it just like just visually it looks, I think, with all of the lights, all of the lighting. The fact that there's like giant arcades on like so many different corners of like Tokyo. Like, I don't know. It was just like fun. Like, it was just fun to be there. It's always something interesting to like do or see, I feel like. But you just kind of have to figure out how to get around. In the city, okay, hold up. Isn't English a highly used language there? In the city, yes, but not in the outskirts. I felt like I kind of had a little bit of trouble. Like, it was kind of like enough, I think, but it was not the easiest. I like to go to Suzuka 8 Hour in Japan. It's an endurance superbike race every year. It's an excuse to go. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds intriguing. I just want to go take photos and mark it off our bucket list. Yeah, no, I mean, oh man. Yeah, and then again, the people I was with, like they're the real heroes. Like, totally honest. It's just like they did all like the good planning. Like they planned for us to go to a hot spring, like far outside of Tokyo. And they also like helped accommodate for me, getting us like a private place for it, just because they knew that like it would be harder for me to handle, knowing that even back then in 2017 I at that point already had a lot of tattoos. But man, I gotta tell you guys, it's like going from the city and then going out to like something like for example like a hot spring. It's just like, oh, there's a lot of cool photo opportunities. Very, very cool photo opportunities. Alright, I am gonna clean this again. We have about less than one row left, but I don't want to blow it, so I'm gonna handle this. Bit more to clean off here. Okay. Last little stretch run here, and we're gonna have to clean it, but I might not clean it till later, just in case we have to desolder again if I make a mistake when resoldering in all these new switches. One second here. Oh, one switch came out on its own. Alright. Oh, interesting right here. Okay. burnt pop chicken. Can you damage the PCB by desoldering switches? Yeah, it's a possibility. If you are, how do I put this? If you are not desoldering it in a kind of, I guess, proper way, it's a possibility. So I think it's important to just kind of like take care as you are working through it. There's a lot of different tools used to like desolder, like for example, switches or anything that has like a through hole joints like this. So there's like some tools that might work a little bit better, some techniques with said tools that might work a little bit better. It's possible, but so long as you have some care, I think it should be fine. One would hope. I don't know if I ever changed out the space bar spring in this one. I think I did. It's just like really hard to tell. Oh, got it. Just gotta have the proper tools. Thanks for the knowledge, bro. Always appreciate it. All right, yeah, for sure. As per usual, Lurgo and playing Valorant. Right on, right on. Okay, let's see. Whispers. Welcome back to the stream. If I want to record a good estimation of my keyboard builds, do I need to invest in something professional? It wouldn't hurt. Like it wouldn't hurt to like, have professional, I guess what you're saying was like professional equipment. I'm thinking just for things like, for example, recordings. It never would hurt. I don't think it's 100% a requirement that you have like professional equipment. As so long as you're able to communicate, effectively what you kind of have, or like what you kind of are trying to convey. But it never hurts to have something a little bit better. Like, do I need an SM7B just to record the sound, or can I do something via my iPhone? LOL. I've seen, like, honestly, personally, I've seen typing test videos that do get like hundreds, sometimes hundreds of views that are like, with recording equipment that might not be particularly professional. I guess it's kind of just what you're looking for and what you're anticipating that you're doing. I don't want to say that you absolutely need some of these things, but again, it'll never hurt, especially if you know what you're doing with, said equipment, I suppose. All right, I'm gonna try to mark this up as best as I can so that I know down the line that this is my spacebar one. It's like, it's a silver Sharpie, so I guess I'll have to know to look out for it next time I use it, which I guess I'll be on the Balder. I definitely don't, but I want to record the sound of the switches and caps to share with friends and whoever so I can get across how much better a custom keyboard is. That's fair. I understand. I think in that case, if you're trying to do that, what I think more important than anything when it comes to like, trying to convey or communicate that is like you'll need to do comparisons. Like if you have some kind of a baseline, like for example, just something that's not like a custom keyboard, and then you compare it to something that, you've put together, or something that is custom, that should hopefully put that message out a little bit better. Okay, so there we are. Bro just came out with a new microphone for $100 that had all the same parts as their 260 mic. It's the Video Go 2. Well, there you go. We got a suggestion here. All right, so next up, we're just gonna punch these guys in. get some of these corner guys in. Has a pass-through and a headphone jack built in. There you go. We're even getting some suggestions here in chat. Dude, these guys are just popping out. I am going to need to put in another spacebar spring in here. I know I have slow 2s in here, so I'm wondering, should I put in a 78 gram slow 2, something that's a bit heavier, or should I put in a 90 gram 2-stage spring? Something I'm still considering, but you know, I will get to it once I get to the very last switch here, while I still think about it. All right, how about let's do a poll. Let's do a quick poll. I don't know if you guys care. See if anyone cares. Ooh, my nose. These are 68 gram springs, by the way, inside of these KS-3 Pros. I did a spring swap, which now I'm realizing, I guess we do have a little giveaway later. Ugh. Which would be the springs I swapped out of this. Yeah, I don't want to get something that's 400 since I have very limited scope for it, as well as limited zero experience with sound recording / mixing, etc. Fair, fair. Don't get an SM7B just because everyone else has it. Yes, it is an amazing mic after all these years. The damn thing, because popular around 2007, 2008. There are others that are comparably good. That's true. And I think it's also just important, like, if you do a little digging, find out, like, what you might think you need for yourself and what you think, like, kind of works for the, you know, what you're trying to produce. The SM7B is definitely something that, like, it's very, like, gain hungry, and you're gonna have to get, like, very up close and personal with it. There's some keyboard content creators who say that it might not be the most appropriate necessarily for, like, specifically keyboard recording, like keyboard sound tests. I think it's something that could be very good for, you know, just like speaking and content creation with regards to speaking in general, but it may possibly be more appropriate to look at other microphone gear, specifically if you're doing things like keyboard typing tests. Maybe. Again, I leave the door open because, you know, it could work. It could work for you. It'll cost more than just the mic cost. XL interface isn't cheap. XLR cables, you're looking at another. Yes, you're looking at kind of a lot. It's a big investment if you're trying to go down this kind of route of getting really just like kind of what I think that next level of gear. Which again, like, you know, you just kind of have to find out, like, can you communicate effectively with what you're trying to produce with gear that might not be quite as much. I'm sure that there's kind of like a setup and a system kind of at every price range. And again, just kind of depends. You'll have to poke around for it. So Alpha Gaming comes to mind. That user channel reviewed several microphones. Look there. Yeah. Alpha Gaming's pretty good. And there'll be a lot of like reviews and comparisons among microphones and other audio gear and gear in general, just all throughout, for example, places like YouTube. So okay, Let's see how the poll fared. No one voted. Excellent. All right, so I guess since it isn't two-stage, we'll just go 78. It's not a big deal. I was in a dungeon, my fault. No worries, yeah, we're gonna do 78. 78 is good. I'm sure you guys will have voted for 78 regardless. I know that's what you guys were thinking, even if you guys didn't choose it. I didn't care. Well, there you go. Oh, by the way, guys. I guess for anyone in the East Coast, Pi Day may have just ended for you. It is still Pi Day here, and Ada had brought to my attention that one could, celebrate the holiday by eating pizza. So after this stream, I'm probably gonna grab a slice. Just letting you guys know. Well, yeah, pizza is also pie. Pizza is also an open-faced sandwich. So anytime you're going to a pizza place, you're actually going to a sandwich spot. Okay. I'm gonna need that Sharpie again. All right, here's what we're gonna do, Antixius. Listen in, listen in. I know I'm giving this out for free. You didn't even need to use Bits TTS here.
WHEEEEEN, the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. THAAAATS MORDAYYYYYYYYYYYY.
That was free. Oh my goodness. Tofu Tesla with a big ol' raid. That party of 12. Welcome, welcome. Tofu Tesla, welcome. Thank you for being here. Inkwits. Marimo. Welcome. Hello, Bay Area local. Hello, hello. How was your stream? Let us know what you were up to. Hope everyone out there is doing well. Okay. It's good. Built-in anode key cult number 1, revision 2. Ooh. How'd you like it? All right. I am going to get the gun out of the way here. And I need to set up my iron. Guys, I swear to you guys, we're gonna finish this fast. I'm so fast. I'm so fast tonight. It's not bad, quite a nice board. Nice. glad it turned out well. And I hope your stream went well. For those just tuning in from Tofu Tesla's stream, welcome. My name is Chris, for anyone who doesn't already know me. What to tell about myself? I'm a big proponent of the HHKB layout. I've been in the hobby for almost 10 years now. Took a little break for a couple years just because like I had settled on HHKBs as a layout. But I'm back here now, and I feel like there's a lot more you can do with the HHKB layout in general when it comes to customs. So I'm back, and welcome. And everybody, thank you for being at Tofu Tesla's stream so that you could be here. I'm going to try to use my eagle eyes, make sure that I don't have any bent pins, and it turns out I do. I see one bent pin so far. Why does KeyCulp drive up demand for their boards on purpose by making them so scarce? What's so good about them specifically? I honestly hate how KeyCults sound. I think there are way better options for cheaper. Whoa. Give me 1 second. I'm also realizing I never punched in some of these other guys here. I don't think these will stick. Yeah, these are loose. Brand name. I don't know if I have a good answer to that question. Who knows? I don't know how to put this. I don't know that that's like 100% official that they're purposefully making them so scarce. It could be. It could be. One thing I think about is that if it were me producing a product that everyone liked, I'm pretty sure there would be some days that I just would want to take off. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna lay around and watch some Instagram reels. Me, I have not tried a KeyCult myself. To be perfectly honest, that is largely because they're not made in the HHKB layout. Now, one could buy a 60 and then block the corners. I've thought about that, but I'm not gonna do that. I think it's more so they purposely make them so few, but probably due to manufacturing, how they want to make, how a QC by hand it is, can be quite cumbersome for a small team. Yeah. It's like just a couple of dudes, right? CJ, that was the most cursed thing I've heard you say. KeyCult with blockers, Jesus. How do I put it? It's like I would do it. It's just like it's not on my priority list. So, like, I would rather have other boards on hand first. Like, if I had kind of like, you know, the capacity to burn, I would do it, but not right now. KeyCults have win key blockers. I gotta have those corner blockers. That's the most important thing to me. If your corners aren't blocked, I don't want it. I think it's important for anyone just tuning in. Again, I'm a big layout guy. Like, there's nothing more important to me than layout. Feel, acoustics, looks, all take a back seat to layout. in my opinion. And think if you kind of like think about that, I mean, here's my perspective on it. It's that I like having a variety of boards that all have the same layout, because then like I can really tell the difference while not being not being literally slowed down, because my muscle memory is like so honed in. But yeah, there's long been designs for these like kind of detachable blockers that you can kind of screw in to WinKey style layouts. So it keeps falling out. Okay, one of these is the 78, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know which one it is. I think it's this one. I literally took out the Sharpie and then I didn't mark it. So I guess I'll take a look. I'm gonna have to pull it back out here. It's very goofy. So this is the spring we took out from earlier. I'm just gonna take a quick look and compare. This looks kind of like the same spring. Are you going to the Shrew Design Meetup? So I know that it was 2 days. So first of all, I missed the ticket for both days. But on top of that, the Sunday, the second day, which was in stock even later, I couldn't even make that day to begin with, so. Fortunately, I'm not making it to the Shrew Meetup, but if any tickets come up for that Saturday, then maybe it'll change. Okay, I think this is the one we just changed, but it's weird because it doesn't necessarily feel like it's heavier. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, so, whoops. Y'all lucky I didn't show up because I have COVID? Oh, man. Next one, yeah, whenever it may be. I feel like yeah, I don't know how to put this. I've kind of like, I always just know that there's going to be a next one. To be perfectly honest, the last meetup I went to was the first I'd been to in a couple years, which was just like, you know, I don't know. When was that? Like 2 weeks ago or so? But I just know there'll always be another one. And hopefully I'll just, you know, by then have some cool shit. Like, I didn't even bring half the stuff even close to what I wanted. Alright, I feel like I'm going nuts right now, because this one feels heavier. But it looked like it was the same spring. We're going nuts. Let's try again. Oh, I'm so goofy. I'm sure... Oh, shit. I'm sure that, like, if I tracked it down in the VOD, I'd be able to tell. I'm pretty sure this is the one, because this one has fewer coils. It's also slow too, but it has fewer coils than the other. Okay, so this has to be the one. And then I lost the film. Well done, Chris. Well done. A plus. A plus work. A plus build. This is how we take a long time, right? We're an hour and a half in. Alright, luckily I had another set of mini films here. I'll just grab one, find that other one later. Okay, we're gonna mark this up now. Ridiculous. Marking up the side there, I'll mark up the stem too. I also think this film is off a little bit. Milky Pro is always good. Yeah. Okay, we'll keep these three empty just because they're bigger, but for the time being, I'm gonna solder in this space. They're just coming out like crazy. Solder in the space bar now because this one seems like it's the loosest with that like cut off top. So for anyone just tuning in, welcome, thank you. We're rebuilding this again, motivated largely by me needing to harvest the previous switches out to just tune them up and then throw them into a different board. We got a big ol' raid from Tofu Tesla earlier. So we got a few people in here, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Yet another in my collection of HHKB layout boards. If anyone cares to take a peek at my collection, feel free to hit that exclamation collection command. Largely consisting of my HHKB layout boards. Some still on the way. Also, I think it's a little bit out of date. Silly enough, so I'm gonna have to update it pretty soon. Some of the pictures are out of date, some of it's just like not fully up-to-date information. Some of these guys have kind of shifted around in terms of what's been built most recently, what they look like, what's coming in. Zero is going on. Welcome. I realize I'm not wearing gloves. I'm most definitely gonna hurt myself, as I usually do. We are also going to be wodaning this. These guys are slippery, you know? getting killed by daylight saving. I slept at like 5. .30, 5:30, I think. I was just up late. I was trying to plot out or plan setup changes. I accidentally stayed up till 5 instead of 4. Yeah, same. I'm getting myself excited for like updating like everything around my apartment. Trying to get all the acoustic goods all up in here. Slept a lot today because I was hiking a lot yesterday. Nice. Not really. I don't like it, but it hasn't really messed with me. But then again, I'm exhausted 80% of the time, so what would be the difference? Got it. Well, yeah, I was compounded by the fact that, like, sleep schedule over the last couple nights has been crazy. Just taking these midday naps, and then we got the hour jump. I realize I'm like doing this upside down and I'm not even like pinning the correct leg here. I guess we could do it the right way. I don't think that'll hurt. Alright, so I suddenly, just literally today, suddenly got super obsessed with the prospect of this, I guess Samsung is releasing this monitor, and I think like they announced it like 2 months ago, and I think literally within the last like 48 hours, I think it has become available in Korea only. And how do I put it? Other than like, it's not like even like the best monitor in the world, but it seems to have the exact things that I want in a monitor, like right now, especially when I'm thinking about the setup. It's the Samsung M8. It appears to be what looks like a monitor that's also a TV, like a smart TV, which when you hear that sounds goofy. I totally understand. But like, hear me out. It's like a monitor, but it has a remote and a bunch of smart apps on it. It also seems to have like what is it? Like USB like video plus charge over like USB-C. Does it have a TV tuner? No. It does not. But I don't know. It's 32 inches, 4K. It's only 60 hertz, but like when I think about like what I kind of like need right now is literally exactly all of these things. It is just a little bit weird that there's so little information on it, despite the fact that it is released in one place in the world right now, Korea. So I need to like wait till like reviews come out and it's in the States and all that. But again, suddenly super obsessed with buying this TV or this monitor. So we'll see. I bought a Samsung TV, worst purchase of my life. Got I don't use it. I just use my computer for everything. I see. So, okay. So here's what I'm looking at. My idea here is I'm trying to have a sort of third monitor setup that will also double as like from a distance I can just like use it as a TV to just watch bullshit. So I don't know. I think it's kind of perfect. I can try to explain a little tiny bit better. I'm currently on this, like, okay, so right now I'm on this 2 monitor setup, and then I'm using my LG OLED as a third monitor when I stream, just for my streaming PC. The issue is, like, 1, it's overkill. 2, it's just like it's weirdly positioned. 3, it's OLED, which makes it look really good, but like, you know that like you're killing it. You're literally killing the display, and it keeps doing that thing where it dims so that you don't kill it as badly. So, if I have this sort of plot here to like shift everything over, this TV is gonna stay in the same spot, but I'm gonna be like in a different room. I want to get this third monitor that kind of acts like it's a TV, so like I can watch it from a different distance. It's only 32 inches, so it's going to be a little bit smaller, but it will suffice. But I'm also planning on using it for like a standing desk setup, so like a 32-inch monitor I think would still probably be good, especially if it's 4K. And also knowing that it's like a monitor, so it won't have like crazy like TV flickering and display issues when you're trying to use the TV as a monitor. So I don't know. Seems like a good idea to me, but again, very suddenly obsessed with this one monitor here. And I'm hoping. I want to get a new one with a KVM built in so I can switch to work computer easily. So I'm very curious about that too. So this specifically this M8, it does, like, I mean, you'll switch inputs, right? But then also like it seems to have USB-A ins. It has like 2 USB-Cs, but only one of them is out to like to charge. So I don't know if it actually acts as like a DP alt or not, in all or in both of them. So it could potentially be good, or I don't know. It might possibly also not suffice. But we are getting closer, right? If it doesn't work, we are getting closer. Like smart TVs for the living room or in front of my bed, Netflix and YouTube, all I need on it. Yeah. I got Netflix. I got Hulu. Because I need to watch my Bob's Burgers. I got Amazon Prime. And I also bought the NBA League Pass package with Amazon Prime, which is actually a pretty good deal. So it's like all these things I kind of need for just like a tertiary TV that I would also use for a standing desk. I have one of those Ergotron sit stand desks. So the only other thing the only things that I'm really worried about here, just other than the lack of information, are only 60 hertz, but I'm not like going to be gaming on it. And then the other one is just that like again, the information is so sparse that I literally cannot tell whether or not it has like VESA mounting capability out of the box, which is a little worrying. Yeah, I might get the Gigabyte M32U because it has a KVM, 4K 144, and IPS. So I was looking at that one too, and I think honestly the M8 might be like a comparable price, but like the addition of like all this like smart TV shit on it that's admittedly unnecessary to a lot of people might actually come in handy for me. But the Gigabyte M32U seems like a really good value proposition if one of your ends is going to be like some kind of streaming box or streaming dongle, especially at that price if the prices are comparable. So I don't know. Remains to be seen. Oh, the Samsung display that has no information also comes with a remote, so it is kind of like a TV. Peter sees, yeah, my Asus ROG Swift monitors are nice that way. The HDMI ports go into an Anchor Donkey Station. I see. Mixie M1XXYY, welcome to the stream. Yes, we are rebuilding this guy. Let's check to see if everything aligns all well. We did the singular pins on every single one of these. So if everything checks out, we can do all of the second legs on each one. Okay, so not quite. I think there's a couple spots here. I think I'm just gonna have to push really hard in some of these spots. I'll buy a new monitor when I get a new GPU. Fair. Yeah, the thing is, like, I already have like it's not a 4K, but it's a 1440p 144 hertz monitor that I'm using to game, and I think it's like still not even enough for my GPU. But to be fair, I also don't game on my PC super frequently. I have been meaning to get a 4K 144, but just have to figure out when. I have been thinking about that LG GP950, but it's like it's kind of unavailable, and I wonder how that really compares to that Gigabyte one. Eagle eyes. Need those eagle eyes right now. Okay, I think this is a good angle for me to try to tell whether or not some of these switches aren't pushed in all the way. Alright, this one is a possibility. Let's give this a whirl. This one also isn't even connected to the plate. I'm waiting for 4K 144 that doesn't shit itself when I play Apex. I still use a 1660 Ti. Nice. I have a 1660 Super in my streaming PC, which I think is kind of overkill. The goal of that was to like have something powerful enough just as a secondary gaming machine, but I like never really use it because my primary one is already enough. It's stupid, I know. Bought these two panels when I built the PC. Unless one or both die, I got no FOMO for monitors. I'd be somewhat worried about app support on the Tizen OS. I see. I can understand that concern, but I don't know. I guess, like, again, another option is just I could just get something that isn't smart and then run like a Chromecast or a Roku or something. I didn't even solder this guy in. missed a whole switch here. Okay, I think we're good on all the single legs, I think. I don't need anything more powerful. I'm just waiting for it to be unsupported or to die. At this point, the 4XXX GPUs aren't that far away. I'm keeping my 2080 Ti till then. Smart move. Yeah. I feel like, so I have a 3090, and I feel like I was like really lucky to get on it before things got so out of hand. I got on the EVGA queue right when that queue went up, and it was funny because so about that, I signed up for the EVGA queue for the 3090 and the 3080 right when it went up. I got in on my place on the 3090 like maybe about a month or two in. 3090s are for chumps. So I got in on the like I actually got my slot, and I was just like really debating whether or not I wanted to pay like, you know, that amount of money for a GPU. And I feel like, I guess like at this stage it was a good deal. So that's the funny thing. Meanwhile, I never got off the 3080 waitlist until over a year later, when they put the those mining limiters. Like they're just like, hey, yeah, we're not even gonna give you the same GPU you signed up on the queue for. We're gonna give you the version of it that you're on the mining limiter version for. And I actually got off the waitlist, and I was like, do I want to buy this? And I just decided against it. I was like, nah. They gave us, they gave you like 12 hours to buy it. I just didn't get in. But yeah, I fear the day, the 4000 series comes out, and I'm gonna like act like I really want it, but even though like I don't actually need it. Because it's like, I mean, yeah, like how do I put this? I'm already going to be cut off by the actual possibility of even getting one for something that would be reasonable. And it's like I don't honestly really need it either. So, Mixie or M1XXYY, I think, for the follow. I really wanted the 3080 FE, but I was only able to get the 3070 Ti FE at retail. I mean, and the thing is, like, it's just funny because, like how far are they? Like a 3080 FE and a 3070 Ti FE. They probably, like, they're not that far, are they, between those two cards? Wait. Yeah, I there's just one missing switch here. Hold up. Switch just popped out there. It's like 25%. The 3070 Ti sucks. Ooh, okay, I didn't know that part. It's only 5% faster than the 3070. Oh, okay. There was one where I thought like there was some in between like Ti card that I thought was really close to the next one up, but I forget which one it was exactly. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if anything that I've just said was true. Jimmy 3081, hey guys, it's Jimmy 3081. Welcome, Jimmy. Long time no see. I managed to snag a 3070 from a Best Buy drop. That's Nice. Nice. I guess my question, because again, like I haven't needed to, because again, I got in right before the insanity. Like, how would you go about getting, like, what would be like somebody's method for getting a like a GPU at retail? Like, are you guys like on Discords that like kind of ping you when something goes up? Or are you guys like watching those like those price watcher like sites? You guys like have alarms set? And I remember I used to have like fuck, I forgot what that one site was. It was like some kind of like price alert site, and like I was like glued to these price alert sites when I was collecting amiibos. That was nuts. I would rather have saved $100 and got the 3070. Ooh, I see. Okay, that's a fair way to look at it, PC. Watching left-handed soldering messes with my head so much. Klaus Live, welcome. Camped out at Best Buy. Okay. Funnily enough, you can get the TIs cheaper because they are a low hash rate. They'll still be over MSRP price though. Yeah. Most are in stock here in the Philippines, but at ridiculous in-stock price. Oh, okay. So like the Philippine MSRP is just really, really insane. Interesting way to look at that. Best Buy will do in-person drops like once a month, kinda, and they'll announce it the day before, and you want to get to the store like at 4 or 5 a.m. depending on your area, and wait in line for the store to open at like 7 or 8. I see. Okay, so camping out. Walked into a Micro Center and walked out with a 3060 Ti. They always have them in stock. So then there's like that luck of being at a Micro Center, right? Or being near a Micro Center. TI hash rate unlocked to 80% now. 3090 is 3,500 USD from in-store retail. That's crazy. 3070 Ti 600. Oh, Deeds, you got a 3080 Ti? That's nuts. Retail? I had someone offer like, hey, like I have a 3080 Ti in my cart. Do you want to buy it? And I was just like, I think like, is it the 3080 Ti that's like pretty damn comparable to the 3090? I forget. Like it's like very close, like when it comes to, I guess, just like a very general sense of how it performs. Or am I totally wrong on that one? Because like I also looked at that like on top of like what I kind of knew about like the actual performance comparison, just when I was like briefly poking around. Like the 3080 Ti's like MSRP is what I got like my 3090 for, like in November of 2020, like retail from EVGA. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. Dual coin mining. 1080 Ti gang. Hey, how good are keyboards? Welcome. I'll be switching to AMD next time around though. My bad, it's just almost 3,000 now. I haven't checked in a while. Ooh, okay. Radar noise, welcome back to the stream. I looked out and landed at a 3090 FE on the last drop from the Nvidia store. I also was debating if I should spend that money but at MSRP turned out to be a good deal. There you go. It's crazy. Like the thing is, like if you, that's the craziest thing. If you see it at MSRP, it's a good deal. That's like the craziest thing to think about. Like I guess it's like similar kind of in a sense to like how keyboards are sometimes, you know? When it comes to like those sought out pieces. Like a key cult, for example. We were just talking about that. That's so true. Yo, I got a great deal. Only full price. That's goofy. So goofy. Oh, Ada's here. Funny how NVIDIA was able to get us start thinking that $1,500 for a card was... It's so crazy, right? Like, what was so crazy wasn't like the 3080... Like, at launch? Wasn't that like $700? And then like the 3090 was like $1,500? And then I got this like... I got this 3090, the EVGA FTW3 Ultra for like after tax and everything, and just like the final bill came out to be like $1,950. I'm like, damn, this is a lot of money. Well, it still is. Oh. 28 was like that before the 30 series here, man. Really hoping NVIDIA partners with Noctua again. I feel like there's like some lower card that has those Noctua fans. Some very low card. I'm not sure if I'm crazy when I'm thinking about that though. Like, it's a 30 series card, but it's like definitely like, I don't know. I thought I'd seen one, but I don't know if I'm just making that up in my brain. Okay. I think that is about it here for this. So let's plug it in and test. What's the max you would pay for a monitor? I mean, I've been thinking about getting those LG 4K 144 guys, and those are like I'd seen those kind of jump around, like, you know, like even maybe about a year-ish ago before the HDMI 2.1 version. Like that was like 700-ish at its lowest, but I've been seeing those guys jump around to like 1200-ish, which is crazy. Hoping for the crypto market to crash a bit when Ethereum transitions to ETH 2.0, freeing up the chokehold in the GPU market. I feel like that's very wishful. Like, I feel like there's always going to be, like starting whenever it started, like a year or two or however long ago, it's just like, it's very, very wishful to think the chokehold will be freed up. All right, let's check this out. Oh, I messed up the one. Alright, I feel like I just must have missed soldering in one leg. Oh, missed another one. Okay, so that is ZXCVB and 1. Alright, let's take a look. What did I forget here? Yep, I definitely missed that, and I definitely missed that. That is true. Missed 2 joints. Did not use my eagle eyes, but you know, I think just finding out from the VIA test is more fun than staring at the PCB for like 2 minutes. Personally. Alright, let's try this out again. Fantastic. Alright guys, look at that. Look at that. We're at the 2-hour mark and we finished soldering. We're making good time. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Good time. I'm not saying it's the best time in the world, but it's pretty good time, right? Pretty good. All right, so here's a plan. I'm gonna put this all back together. We're gonna run a type test. There's a couple of like modest tasks that I still want to run. That's like past this this board here. Literally, how do I put this? There's two keyboards I have where it's I want to put the key set of one board on the other, and then after that I'll have like an empty board, and then I have a separate key set that I wanted to go in that, which is in boxes right now. Are you guys cool watching me, like, you know, play a little dress up with these couple of keyboards? You guys chill with that? Little outfit of the day. Just swapping keycaps? Yeah. For sure. Alright. Alright. Appreciate it, you guys. So hopefully that won't take too long. I'm really hoping that doesn't take long. Keyboard fashion show. And then after that, like, you know, for your guys' patience, we'll run some giveaways. You cool with some more junk giveaways? House tour? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Gotta get coffee? Alright. Someone say junk. I think that'll be like an hour from now. We gotta run this type test. Ah, maybe sooner. Maybe like 45, 30 or 45. Again, I feel very good about our time today, guys. Sort of placeholder stream, harvesting these keycaps, but also rebuilding this into a config that I actually now think is the one. So basic switches here, but you know, you can't go wrong with them. Stacked acrylic, so it's like, you know, some vague semblance of affordability. And I think like we're gonna be having, oh man, another blue duct tape giveaway. A 20-second tee. It'll be worse than that. Alright, we're gonna cap this all up. I'm gonna tidy up a little bit just because I know it's such a mess. D, F, G, H. More junk spring, that's exactly what it is. Zero nailed it on the head, but I also kind of probably mentioned it earlier too. I did a spring swap on these, so you guys get to keep these springs. 5, 6, 7. JKL ERTYU. Y'all like the brown theme? Can I go through the 160 plus requests and mark them complete? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there should be a button for mark all. Unless you want to look at all of them. Some of them are probably amusing. Because I think like if there's any possible Animal Crossing ones in there, you can see what people wrote, but I'm not sure the last time I played Animal Crossing. XCVB. Feel free, Jimmy. hydrate. Thank you for that redeem. We'll do so shortly. We're almost finished up here. Final pieces of the puzzle. All right. Okay, here's the order. I'm gonna clean this general area up a little bit first. Then I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I will hydrate. Second. Ooh. This guy's stuck. All right. Thank you for being patient with all of the cleaning, the tidying here, all the crazy sounds. We're gonna do one last thing to sort of clean up, which is this guy right here. Oh, well, I'll just hydrate now. All right. There we go. I'll also bring this guy back for a brief second. Cleaning out the nozzle here. Then we're gonna clean out that pipe filter. The pipe filter, the barrel. And then we're gonna shut this off, and then we're gonna try to put solder on the tip. To help prevent oxidation when not in use. All right. So I'll shut this off. Grab this solder. Put what on the tip? Solder. We're gonna put solder on the tip of the gun. Something that you're just like kind of recommended to do to help prevent the oxidation of that nozzle. So I think that's good enough. And usually what I'll have to do is like I'll have to like turn it off and like have it start cooling, because at like its normal temperature it's just like that solder will just kind of like slide around. So as it's cooling, like it'll cool a little bit faster when I try to throw that solder on the tip. Okay. That's largely gone. Okay, next thing is I'm gonna get rid of this. This goes into the wash. And then finally, I'm gonna go wash my hands. Oh my gosh, I guess I should also probably run a prediction. Board looks so good with that mouse pad. And then keys look fire. We got, yep, this is GMK Sandstorm. I guess I should throw that in the build command as well. All right, so before, okay. Before I do that, I will run this prediction. All right, let's have our threshold be 126. We've been blowing it a lot lately, so a little lower than last time. Okay, predictions up. Feel free to wager whatever you so please. This guy right here, this is the last board that we built on Friday, the Y.6 with the GMK Deku and the Texi Jadeite or diamond switches. Cool board. It's probably one of the best themed boards that I put together. But here's this one too, brown. This is a good theme too, brown. I do love PVT Sand. I bought it for KBD Odin. I bought Lack of Time Means. Both are still in their boxes. I get it. I get it. Sometimes you just kind of like gotta do it, but tough. Parastrika after Type K drop. Yay. Parastrika. Type K drop. Alright, build command now has the keycaps up, if anyone wants to hit that again. Up to you guys, just about, ooh, wow, we got a hefty amount of points on both sides here. Oh, believers and doubters. Okay, okay. Alright, in this next minute, while the period's still going on, I'm going to look for our prize for a little later. Alright, the 70 leftover KS-3 springs. KS-3 Pro, my bad. Gateron KS-3 Pro spring stock, about 70 of them here. That'll be up for giveaway a little bit later on. I'll just kind of leave that there in view. My usual believer was 0. Okay, okay. So, we had a pretty sizable amount of points on both sides. I am going to... Oh, whoa, wait a second. Hold up. I just noticed this. When I changed this theme to Deku, the fave icon changed. But then like, it's like, cause there's like a fave icon like cache. So like sometimes it doesn't change, but this is the first time I've noticed this. So I'm decently certain if I change this now to something brown. Tiramisu, maybe? Froyo? I think Froyo looks pretty good. Oh, whoa, it changes right away. Oh, that's neat. I never noticed how quickly it changed. I feel like that's new, because it never used to change like that as far as I remember. Or if it did, it never changed that quickly. Yeah, this is some sorcery. Will Chris prevail in trying to have a score up to 126 or more, or will he succumb? Oh no. Alright. Been like that for a while. Nah, that ain't real. Alright. Here we go. Let's get this music off. And I'm gonna get the mic position properly. Okay. Okay, it'll be very close. If Chris reaches below 100 W, I don't know about that. Let me close this up. Okay. So, what we got here? Switch Couture ElectroType60 stacked acrylic, clear, but still with the brown paper backing. We got GMK Sandstorm to kind of match there. It's got Gateron KS-3 Pros with SPRiT Slow Extreme II 68 gram springs. We've got a 60-second type test with our threshold being 126 words per minute. So, they stretch out. Ugh. Ooh. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. Oh no. Wait, hold on. That R, okay, wait, we gotta redo. So what happens sometimes, I have Synergy working across multiple machines, but only by keybinds, not by like, moving the mouse across the monitors. And one thing I noticed is that my keybinds for these guys, like to actually switch, makes it so that the alpha letter that is used as part of those keybinds, like they don't work the first time when you switch. Not even using barrier. What's barrier? Is barrier better than Synergy? Ah, free and open source Synergy. Ah. Alright, anyways. Oh my god, I crushed it! Oh man, crushed it. It's I don't know what it was, guys. I think it's like the switches and I don't know, the springs. I think it was the switches and the springs. I think the way I tuned the stacked acrylic, I don't know, some level of familiarity. And I was just on a roll. It's not typical that like I beat the threshold by this much. Hey, all right. What do you guys think of the sound? Let's do a couple more quick tests. We'll do a 30-second and we'll do a 15-second test. But let me know what you guys think of how it sounds. Bitter sees one big. Hey. Okay, real quick. Okay, so we can run our chores here and there. I think one other chore I wanted to do was I kind of want to take the foam out of this guy. We had foam in here. I had this stance from last time around where I'm just like, I want to use foam not because I like foam or I'm interested in foam, but because I don't just want foam lying around in my boxes. I'd rather like build the boards together. But the thing is, I've been using this board, right? And I don't really like it with the foam in it. Anyways, just a quick difference of the two boards that are on my desk right now. There's nothing in common between them other than that they're both on my desk and I did them one after another. So for anyone who's just want to hear the sound comparison, this is stacked acrylic with KS-3 Pros. This is a top mounted PC plate board with Texi diamonds. All right. Anyways, let's get this music. Oh, I just literally just unplugged. And I was like, let's get this music back on. Okay. All right. First, really quick chore that I want to do is let's just take this foam out. I'm not a fan. I think I might have to reverse my stance back to what it was before. No foam. See if it makes any difference. Mixie, thanks so much. I appreciate your kind words. For anyone who wants to stick around, I'll probably be doing what will hopefully be not more than about 20 minutes of quick chores, in case you guys would like to see it. And then we'll run a little giveaway, a little marbles giveaway afterwards. So I hope y'all are cool with that. She 7K bet paid off. It's just like I gotta not let the believers down so much, you know? I keep letting it happen. $14K start, 25.2 after. Not bad, not bad. That's what's up. Thank you for believing. Which anyone's given sense of believing in me is probably just dictated by what am I randomly gonna pick here? Which button am I gonna click? Okay, let's get rid of this foam. Let's see if there's gonna be any big difference. Just trying really hard to be like lazy, not set this down, but just get this connector back without having to take off these screws. Loose cannon with the HH. Loose. The loosest. Cannot be predicted. It's literally just how I'm feeling that day. And it wasn't even like I had a lot of sleep either. It's like, it really is almost random. Whoa. Holy shit. You guys hear that? So, I don't think that was an earthquake. I think someone just dropped something outside. Like, really heavy. That was crazy. Did you guys hear that? It was just me. My heart is like racing right now. Check it out. Bring us with you. The wires are too short. Yeah, okay, that's like someone dropping something for sure. But whatever they last dropped was like, must have been really heavy. Because that was loud. Okay, so here we go. Same board, we're just gonna do a little quick test. Oh, I never went off this screen, did I? Okay. Same test, no foam. Let's see if I like it any better or if it's exactly the same. It's better. Like, I don't know how to put it. It's just right off the bat. It's just better. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it sounds. Spacebar is funky. There's a little tick in there, isn't there? I wasn't even thinking about it till you said it. Let's see if we can address this. Ooh. Ticks my boxes. Ooh. Checking to see if there's any. It doesn't take my boxes. Zero stealing my username, color, and taking away from my flip. Okay. I tried hitting in a couple places. Hopefully that'll help address it. We've been doing that since yesterday. Everyone's just taking each other's colors. What do you guys think? Do you guys hear? Oh, I realize I'm playing and stopping the music non-stop. I wonder if the because I've noticed this to be a problem every now and then too, which is sometimes you get sometimes you like retain or rattle because like the actual stabilizer screws for these screw-ins might not be screwed in all the way. So let's see if we can address that. I thought that was just me. My bad. My bad. Oops. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? I'm trying to pull this out by the edges of these other keycaps. Okay, that's goofy because I'm realizing it's a top mount. So stupid. Oop. Still connected by the JST, but I don't want to lose these screws. Okay. Let's disconnect this. All right, I'm back to not having any music. I apologize, but I also don't have a keyboard plugged in right this moment. I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. Let's see. There's still a tick. All right, we're gonna dick around with this for not that much longer. Before I just switch to swapping keycaps. But yeah, I gotta switch over soon because we gotta do the keycap swaps and then I gotta eat some pizza. Well, after we do the marbles. Try one last time here. I still hear it. Only on the left side though. Sluggish? It's not sluggish. It is a vague tick that doesn't seem to be always there. It's like an upstroke tick. Alright, I give up. We'll address another time. Alright, we're gonna plug this in anyways, because man listens to board for 32 minutes. That's how it goes. Did anyone ever just like use a top mount board without the bottom? Does anyone ever do that? Or worse yet, does anyone ever just like use the PCB assembly where it's just like a plate and the PCB with the switches soldered in and then a cable plugged into it? Can't say I have. It's life-changing, dude. I feel like the wire isn't balanced. I've never had to address an unbalanced wire before. Like, never. So, I'm pretty sure it's like, I'd have to like take the whole thing out and then just like kind of move it. I don't know. I did do that testing my frog. Sounds good with just the palm plate testing switches. Yeah. Bottomless keyboards. Alright, let's just call that good enough. With all that said, this board does sound significantly better without the foam. I think I just don't understand it. I just don't understand how people could think foam sounds good. I don't know. There was that KMac Happy that I was working on with that like Franken switch that I was really excited about, but sounded really terrible at the end of it, where foam did actually help it a little bit somehow. That was like pretty much the only time that I've really experienced like a foam actually causing some type of improvement. Other than that, I don't know. I guess it's like there can be like too high of a pitch. Like I don't think it's that. I don't know how to put this very well. Like, how do I put this? I think foam as a measure for like dampening, because of like, I don't know how to put it other than like ping or like I don't know, just like I don't know if there's the right word, but like reverberance. Using foam for those things to me just seems goofy. I think using it as a way to tamper down like a high-pitched sound, like literally like the sound of like, say for example, the switches being really high-pitched. I think that's what I've done that I've found was kind of useful. Just literally in that one case of the KMac Happy with that dumbass Franken switch I used. Other than that, I don't know. Okay. We'll get this guy. That's been just in the way for a really long time, hasn't it? Okay. Let's go grab those couple other boards I wanted to play dress up for. It was the Sangyo 60 and the Skeleton. So I'm really excited to do the Sangyo one. Actually, I guess both. The Skeleton, again, I have found the Skeleton to be a large disappointment. primarily because of I don't know, the construction, like, basically they put here's how I've landed on the situation. The skeleton, they put me in a position to mess up my own board twice. The screws that they included, I think, don't work with the holes they tapped in for the top mount, like the case. So here's the skeleton, and it's a heavy boy. I just like sometimes forget how to even take this out of the case here. Okay, it's like a 6-pound keyboard here. I think what I did at the end of the day was because the screws ended up getting stripped, I basically just stuffed in a bunch of PTFE tape into it, and I guess like it works. We had this suggestion or thought that, like, okay, the tadpoles were too big for these holes, and so maybe we could try using the tadpoles on this guy where the problem really is. But an issue with that plan is these holes are even smaller than these. So okay. So I'm gonna grab the keycaps I want to use here. I've been waiting for this for a really long time. I went in on an order with Ken's Keeps, on a KBD fans order just to save on shipping, and then like I never actually got this item from him until like 2 weeks ago, even though I bought this several months, I think maybe 3 months ago. It's just like a KBD fans like cherry profile PBT, and I feel like it's like, how do I put it, not particularly expensive. It's like 50 bucks or so, and I don't know, I just wanted to test it out. Like I saw the pictures and I thought, okay, hey, here's a key set where the legending isn't terrible. And I think that like it's probably going to be comparable to like Infinikey or a nice PBT, or you know, the cherry PBT that Novel Keys produces. It looks just largely comparable to those. Can't even take this keycap off. There we go. And I think that this will be a good holdover until whenever the extras come out for GMK Civilizations, like a year from now or whatever. I think Civilizations, or there's also Egyptus, which is a two-tone, which I wouldn't actually hate that bad. But Egyptus is a two-tone that kind of uses those same colors. It's like that sort of goldish, brownish color for the mods, and then like white for the alphas. So I wouldn't actually hate that. Maybe I could go for that. I think pre-orders are still up for it. But to hold it over for us until then, E-white in this brass color. We'll just use a black on white instead. And then the plan is we're going to use these keycaps on the Sangyo, because the Sangyo is an E-white board with the blue back weight, so I just feel like it's just going to match really well. Also, I think there were only scoops for this key set. I don't think there were barred F and J. Peter Poppins, what's going on? Welcome. Peter Poppins, were you the one that had the Aqua Kings board at the meetup 2 weeks ago? How's the build so far? Oh, we finished. We finished quick. 2.5 hours tops. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the build was me harvesting the Aqua Kings from my my stacked acrylic board that we just built from earlier, because I think I definitely noticed that thing that you mentioned, that like that weird lube sensation. Like there was definitely like the binding issue from before, that came from the top housing tolerances, the pore tolerances there, where I fixed them with the new housings, but you still kind of get the weird sensation of that lube. So I think when we tuned it, me and Ada, like over, maybe it was possibly a year ago or so, I don't think that I noticed at the time that there was already kind of like a stock lube in there. So we'll address that eventually. Probably gonna have to retune them entirely. And it's no one's fault but mine for not noticing that like there was like a lube on it, and I always just like kind of found that it felt weird. Like it definitely always felt that, like it just felt a little weird. But it's good to hear from you that like, oh yeah, that's like a thing. Stitch Customs, thank you for the follow. How's it going? Oh man. I feel like I may have just popped out one of these screws on the inside. These are like really weird to press on. Like they click in a really unnatural way, and I'm not sure if that's because of the keycaps or if it's because like inks are just like this. Been looking for a new, more stable arm for my overhead cam. Do you have any recommendations? Ooh, that's a solid question. Unfortunately, I can't reliably give you the recommendation for what I'm using, because what I'm using literally doesn't appear to be produced anymore. Like, I think the company folded. But I use this, it's kind of like a monitor arm, but like there's a ball head at the end, and it was by this brand called Photo Extend Articulating Camera Arm. That's what the product was called. And then like literally like it just doesn't exist anymore. I was like looking to possibly get another one. It was really expensive, but it's good, but it was really expensive and no longer exists. Now, what I think is that other people tend to use C-stands. Typically they use C-stands. I feel like C-stands for retail, they just kind of look like their prices have been getting higher over time. But you can probably never go wrong with a C-stand, because C-stands just in general are useful. Other than that, you could find probably just a lot of other solutions, like especially like if you have an overhead cam, and like you have a lighter camera. I think that's a very key thing to kind of mention here. If your camera is like not heavy, like you have just a modern mirrorless camera for your overhead, you could probably find a lot of decent solutions that are not C-stands. And I say that because the reason why I needed to get this articulating camera arm from this company called Photo Extend is literally because my camera setup, my camera itself is just super heavy. So another thing that I own is like, if you have a monitor arm, I have this thing that's like, it's on Amazon. I forget what brand it is, but it's like, it's something that you can screw into the Visa plate on a monitor arm. And then like, it has a tripod screw. Okay, I have a Canon M50 that isn't too heavy. Wish this camera had clean HDMI. I see. Okay, so here's just a random separate thing to mention. Clean HDMI obviously is like, it's a good important thing, right? But there was a point at which I think like Elgato, like 3 years ago, said that my my two cameras don't have clean HDMI. And then they were like wrong. Like, I don't know how to put it other than like I found how to clean up clean out the HDMI for it. And then like later on down the line, I never reported it or anything, but later on down the line, I think Elgato changed their mind. Like they actually moved it into a clean HDMI list. So I would say, I don't know if you've tried every single possible thing on your camera already, but like, hey, is it proven? Is it proven that your camera doesn't have clean HDMI? Like 100%? That's what I wonder. I like using arrows for Windows keys. I still use GoPros for face cam / overhead cam. Hey, if it works. If it works and if it's good, it ain't a joke. I think there's a firmware for the M50 for clean HDMI. Ooh, there you go. Hey, Deeds with a suggestion. Hey. We got all kinds of help in here. I did hours of searching for a clean HDMI and I found nothing. Well, check out to see if Deeds' thing is like a thing. Alright. Oh, shoot. Our foot came off. How'd that happen? I have a GoPro Hero 5, not the latest. Please PM me now. Stitch Customs all demanding now. Alright, I'm debating opening this up because I'm not sure if one side got pushed out. I think we should be good though. Ooh, this is... So here's the funny thing about this this key set. I think these keys, I'm not sure how easy it is to tell, but I think, now tell me if you guys, if I'm just making this up, but the gaps between the keycaps are kind of inconsistent. You can see it right there. You can kind of see it like between 3, 4, and 5. I feel like there's slight inconsistency. Look at the F, G, and V. There's a little bit of inconsistency there. Now, from really far away, you can still kind of see it. I don't know. Like, it doesn't, how do I put it? It doesn't bother me as much as it would bother other people, but I can picture that it probably bothers a lot of people. Looks like a damn mosaic. All right. Legends look like the Legends on the Cool Kids kit. Cool Kids was EPBT, right? Tana, welcome. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. Well, I guess that was true at the start of stream. We were driving this guy. Okay. Let's pause this. This is a Skeleton 60. We're just doing a little wardrobe change on it. So let's do a little type test if y'all are up for it. See how this sounds with this KBD Fans Cherry PBT. Short little type test. Do 30 seconds. These are Gap Black inks and a FR4 half plate Skeleton 60. Okay, hold up. What y'all think? That was pretty fast. This keyboard is pretty quiet. It's quieter than I remember, but I think it's that funny like Gat Ink FR4 combo is just, it's funny. I don't know what to say any better than that. It sounds funny to me. It sounds good. I guess sounds good to you, but
Jesus Christ, you lucky God!
I think it sounds like how do I put it? I don't hate it. It's just like it to me. It just sounds like I can't put it any better way than silly. And let's also not forget that, again, this keyboard was kind of fucked up because of all the strip screws inside from the plate to the case. But again, at the end of the day, I think one of the reasons why I find this like funny is because when I hear it, it sounds like the sounds of keyboards that like show up a lot on like YouTube and social media that like people are like, oh, that sounds so great. And like for me, it's like, it sounds like, it sounds good, but it's just like, it's just kind of funny. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. Whew. Okay. Anyways, that's our dress up for this board. Okay, we had one more board to dress up. So, oh, let's get the music back on, and then like I unplug the keyboard first. $146.99 was bananas. Yeah, I got on a little roll there. Okay. Final board before our giveaway. Final board to address here. This is our Sangyo 60. This was a bad day for me to bet against. I've been hot. I've been hot today. Ah, okay. I'll say. Okay, this is our Sangyo 60 with GMK Peach Blossom, and we were transplanting what we had here, the GMK LZ White Blue 2016 that was previously on this Skeleton 60. These feet are weak. These feet are just coming off constantly. That's crazy. How many white boards you need? Oh my gosh. Oh, the scuff. Just straight down into the desk mat. All of them. These are the three. Actually, I have like TX60 PC, which the bottom part is white. So, yeah, I want to cool it. I want to cool it on whiteboards. Bob Ross, no. I'm lucky it didn't crash into another board here, but I'm trying to think of other whiteboards I have in the collection. I guess we could like look it up. So here's my collection for anyone who ain't already seen it. Other whiteboards. I mean, the concrete is like grayish, almost white. HHKB, does that count as white? Like the HHKB Pro 2? I think it does. Compact MX11800, another vintage board. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, there's some. I think the unbuilt section's a little bit messed up. I apologize for that. Can't wait for the Z60 Evolve I force you to buy. You can't wait till that arrives. So good. You didn't force me to buy it. I was like, ooh, that's creative. Okay. So, we're going to transplant what I had before, which is this blue on white, LZ, GMK LZ blue white blue. Because I feel like it'll match a little bit better with that blue shark weight on the back of this. Not that you could see them at the same time, but I just think the match would be better. Yeah, I did want it. Yeah, I did want it. You didn't force me to buy it. Jumped on any board group buys recently? Board group buys. I guess they would be up on here if it were up to date and also not broken. So let me see if I can check my other documentation here. I did buy another board from overseas. That could prove to become problematic. But we'll see. Oh, last month, yeah, about 1 month ago today almost, the Haven 60. I got in on the Haven 60. The Haven 60 intrigued me for two reasons. Number one, Anno Brown board. Feel like do not often see Anno Brown, like brown anodized boards. If there are any, again, still rarer in the 60% form factor. Did have HHKB, but second reason why I was interested in it, the Haven 60, was because the plate, and I think the PCB the PCB is standard 60%, but the plates that they provide actually already out the box accommodate for 313 space bars. So you need to have a 313 PCB since it's a standard 60% PCB, which I found out the NOP60 from Checkerboards does actually account for. So that's a newer PCB offering that I've recently discovered that I think I will start supplanting these E60s for, because there's way less Swiss cheese and it's got that 313 goodness for all those 313 key sets that are going to be coming out in the next 2 years. I want a brown board now.
Oh guys, welcome.
What is this? Oh, clean HDMI on the M50. Nice. Nice. This was actually a pretty cute match, that these banana split switches with the peach blossom. I don't think I realized I was doing that. I think I possibly even put it to a vote in the chat and I didn't even make the connection that the keycaps match the switches, because the whole time I was thinking of putting something blue to match the plate and the weight. So whoever voted on this and got me to put this on for the last Sango 60 build stream, you were actually smarter than I thought. Because I'm like pulling these keycaps off now and I'm just like, oh, I kind of regret. You know? But I think the blue on white is gonna still look good. ERTYU. Sheesh, I haven't seen that Windows logo in a grip. Yep. It's these like older GMK sets did the pad printed Windows 95, 98, 3.1 logo. And I'm like disappointed, honestly. Honest to goodness, I'm disappointed that like they've gone away from using the Windows logos in like key set designs. In favor, and like especially in favor of the word super. I don't know, like I don't know why like that like bothers me, because like I don't even use Windows that often. Like that's another sad thing. Is that like I have this crazy ass PC and I don't use it. Like my everyday usage of a PC of a computer right now is like I'm on my Mac Mini. Like I will, you know, I'll whip out my PC, like I'll power it on for when I do want a game, which is kind of rare. I'll power it on for my productivity when I'm doing Lightroom, Photoshop stuff. But I'm just like, there's just something about like Windows keys. I personally feel like most everyone, I don't know if you guys agree, but like maybe it's just because I'm projecting it, but Most everyone must have grown with a Windows key, and I don't know why there's like an aversion to putting Windows keys in like set designs when it comes to like, you know, getting these out there for GMK or just like whatever else is, whatever other brands or companies are running keycap sets. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for that. Like what's the aversion for? It's a good looking logo. I think to be fair though, playing devil's advocate, early GMK like community group buys did have this like Windows XP style logo that looked really, really bad. Like it was like a double shot, like what looked like a Windows XP logo, and specifically that legend just looked really, really bad. So I don't know if maybe that's where the aversion came from, but there's some good looking Windows keys though. Like when they use code for Windows. All right. There we go. I actually saw this video, so I have to be in manual focus for clean HDMI. No autofocus. So I don't. So okay, random thing to just mention here: Stitch Customs. I'm not on a Canon system, but I personally don't run autofocus just because like I'm on a DSLR, for which like AFF is just like is just so terrible. I'm looking to try to move to a mirrorless system at some point in the future. That's just gonna account for it better. But hey, like if you go to manual focus to get that clean HDMI, just know that you're not alone. I think Hammer Brother also might be in the same boat, I believe. So, anyways, let's try this out, yeah? Okay, 30-second test. The good old Win 95, 98 logo, those are the days. Hey. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry about this. I gotta put this down, and then I also gotta turn the music off. My bad. Nikon Z series progress. Yeah, I'm thinking of going to Nikon Z. I gotta just figure it all out though. Like when it would be good. Okay, so this is sorry, I explained this one before. This one up here was the Skeleton 60 with the half FR4 plate and the black inks. This one right here in front of us that I was testing for the last minute or two. This is a Sangyo 60 with banana split switches. I think slow springs are in there. And Tana, thank you for the follow. Sangyo 60, anodized blue aluminum full plate, banana splits with slow 1 springs from SPRiT, and then GMK LZ white blue 2016. Okay. There you go. All right, one more. Is this the Switch Couture? No, this is the Sangyo 60. So we were doing a couple of sort of final chores here, just so that we're clear here. The Switch Couture we finished actually maybe about 45 minutes ago, so at the 2-hour 30 mark, and this had the KS-3 Pros. We next went back to our Y.6 from last week, and then we took out the foam. This guy right here had the Texi Diamonds. Then we switched out the keycaps on these two. These keycaps came from here. This came from another box because they were not being used. This had black inks on a half FR4 plate on the Skeleton 60. Then finally, this is a Sangyo 60 with a blue full anodized blue full aluminum plate with banana split switches and SPRiT Slow Springs. So those are our boards for the night. I appreciate y'all being here, but I think it's time for something even more important than all this stuff we've done. Right? I think it's time for something a little bit more important, which is tonight's giveaway. We did our KS-3 Pro. Splits sound really good on this board. It's funny. Okay, real quick before we get to our giveaway, I really wanted a Sangyo 60, and then when I actually had it and was it was in the process of getting to me, and then I was just I don't know what it was. I kind of weirdly got I don't know if I'm as excited about it now than I was when I really wanted it before I had it. It came in, I built it, and at first I didn't actually like it that much, but it's gonna be kind of true with every board that I have. It's just it'll take some time for me to warm up to it, and then now when I'm trying it today, it's oh yeah, this is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice today. Anyways, okay, all right, moving to it. All right, guys, this is it right here. We did our Switch Couture ET60 today with the KS-3 Pros with the Slow 2 spring swapped in. So the junk giveaway for tonight is the original stock springs from our KS-3 Pros. I wrote on it. I wrote on this baggie. So if you're all up for it, want a nice little marbles giveaway, we can start off, guys, by voting for your favorite map or your favorite number here from 1 to, what is that, 60? 1 to 60. Meanwhile, I'm going to think more about what I'm going to get to eat, because we got an hour left in Pi Day. And again, as I mentioned earlier, Ada had brought to my attention that you can celebrate Pi Day with pizza. So I'm going to go get a slice after this, but before we do it, we got to run some marbles. I can win, right? Even though I just followed. Yes, of course. Anybody's interested, vote for your favorite map or your favorite number from 1 to 60. Smash that follow button. We're gonna get the race started shortly. International shipping covered. It's all on me. That said, I know that I've been kind of slow to packing all of the outstanding giveaway wins from the last couple of streams here, but we'll get to it soon. You can win as long as you claim. Yes, that is true. All right. Let's. Anybody want to break the tie? Anybody cares to break this tie in the next, let's say, 15 seconds? Get your vote in. How do you? Is there a way to filter? What is this? What is this check mark for? Does anyone know what this check mark's for? Okay, there you go. There's our tie break. Klaus Live, welcome back. So let's I can eat you can get a whole pizza at Blaze for $3.14 till the end of the month. Oh, what? That's nuts. All right, guys, smash that follow button, hit that play command. Dude, I love Blaze. I don't go to Blaze. I feel like I don't go to Blaze enough. All right, we'll do a 3-minute timer. So everybody, jump right on in. Everybody out there who wants to win a game of marbles for this giveaway prize, lurkers, out there. come right on out. What are we playing for again? This bag of leftover springs from the KS-3 Pros. Smash that follow button. Hit that play command. I'm gonna tidy up, if that's cool with you guys. We're gonna be driving our ET60 yet again. For the next couple days. Our Thursday build will be contingent upon whether or not I get this next board in the mail. If that board doesn't come in the mail, then I will find another board to build or rebuild, or do a second build of. I won the last spring, so good luck. These nuts, oh man, I need that command, don't I? Dyson bladeless fan, those are expensive. A little pricey. A little pricey. Splatoon Thursdays, they're usually, we run Splatoon on Tuesdays, but I'm actually going to be busy tomorrow. I need to tell my team that. Well, I also need to find out, get the full confirmation, but I'm shooting a show tomorrow. So, I may not be available. So long as this show didn't get canceled. Arf, arf, arf. The D's nuts has to be tied to my Insta, or I will have to be upset. Deeds nuts. All right, guys, just about a minute left to join. If y'all haven't already. Again, like I've been saying, smash the follow button, hit the play command. You already know what it is. Alright, so one thing about the Y6 was that as much as I love that packaging, it's like I can't put the board back into the packaging if it's built. Auriga Technologies, welcome back. For anyone just tuning in, we're playing for a package of 70 leftover springs from these KS-3 Pros. 15 seconds left to join, guys. Hop right in. Hop right in. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Oh shoot, I don't have a keyboard plugged in. Right, but the early lead goes to PC Load Letter. Early lead, but a few people already down. Getting through this maze. Auriga Technologies down there, pretty close. Rails Ghost. Rails Ghost takes the lead. Ooh, it's a close one. It's a close one. Who's gonna get spun around? Ooh, Klaus? Klaus made it down this track. Alright, a couple more spinners though. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my goodness. Klaus is crushing it right now. So is Auriga. Oh my god, you guys are crushing it. What the? How did Auriga get down so fast? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we're gonna get slapped around a bit. Whoa. Oh my god. Wait. Auriga's killing it. What the heck? Oh my god. Wow. I've never seen such a commanding win before. That is magic made. I usually win. All right, well, there you go. I claim, all right. Well, if you or anybody else haven't already joined the Discord, there it is. Auriga, find me there, send me a DM, and we'll sort of arrange this. Pay to win. The ghost got destroyed. All right. However, as per usual, this race isn't quite done yet. Looks like we have a couple still left back down there. Klaus, Zero, and Frank. We usually have our last place finisher. Our last place finisher choose the raid target. So still up for grabs. Like your our secondary win of the night.
In here.
So it looks like Frank. If Frank can beat the firewall, Frank should be the one here to choose our raid target. And there he goes. Hey. Frank, no! Frank, if you're out there, you have won the opportunity to choose our raid target. If not, we'll go up the list. Let's take a look and see who's on. We got... Ooh, Hammer Brother. Hammer Brother's on. Who's online? Hammer Brother. Waro. Waro's not doing keyboard stuff though, but Waro is online. Let's see who else is on. A couple folks that I ain't seen before. I see someone named Oshika. Oshika's doing some keyboard content. Alright, Frank, you out there? If Frank's not out there, Klaus. Klaus, you're next up. Would you like to choose our raid target? Can be in keyboards, can be anybody. Let's see who else is famous and online. I don't know. Anyways, Klaus, let's see. All right. As Frank is not here, 20 seconds behind in his finish, Klaus, you have the honors of choosing our raid target. If you want to stay, in the keyboard hobby, we got Hammer Brother and Oshika. But if you want to move out of the keyboard hobby, raid one of your friends, maybe. Okay, Hammer's a friend, of course. All right, for sure. All right, guys. So we'll be back. We'll be back Thursday. At the latest. Again, it may possibly be a board that I receive by then. If not, then I'll find something else. TBD. But yeah, guys. Until next time. Let's see, raid. Let's check this out. I gotta copy his name because I know he has like an underscore in it. All right. Until next time. Good night from San Francisco. We are gonna be raiding Hammer Brother. Peace, guys.